To Los Angeles, lights, camera, action, emphasis on lights in the greater Hollywood area as the USC Trojans set to open another season tonight. What a game and what potential drama we have in store. You've seen this script before. Top 10 team goes into a cauldron of emotion on the road and just hopes to be able to get out and tell about it. As we'll see the number 5 team in the country, the Auburn Tigers, taking on the 13th ranked team in the land, the USC Trojans. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. Auburn will kick it off to get things started. And the game is underway with a kickoff out of bounds. Not the way you drew it up, but a great break for this offense. Here comes the offense on first down. They'll run it from the gun. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming. It's hard to find a place these days that the Big Ten doesn't touch geographically, but there's a lot of crossover with the Big Ten and Big 12 and plenty of bragging rights on the line when their schools meet.
You think about Nebraska once upon a time being in the Big 12, now in the Big 10 too. These conferences also recruit in similar areas too. So this game is interesting, David, because a lot of these players, they're familiar with each other from high school.
Yeah, and I tell you, from experience, you hate that. Like, you get to know each other, you go to the other school, like, you're now my enemy. You're not my friend anymore. So a chance to prove it, a chance for the Big 12, who's been kind of pillaged and pulled apart at times, sometimes by the Big 10. Let's go out and make a statement today.
On 3rd and short, they'll try to throw for it. Grabbed in the middle. It's battle. There to make the stop, but they use the back in the passing game and pick up the first down.
Well, not down in distance. The quarterback's got to get rid of it so quickly, right? He knows the defense is going to be bearing down on him, so a nice job catching the gun snap and then turning and pivoting, getting it out of his hands quickly and accurately to pick up the first.
And the Trojans have it with a 1st and 10. They'll try the run. And he's brought down after a nice gain. And the legendary John McKay would be proud of the execution of the running game and picking up the first down.
The basic principles of the run game, right? The easy stuff, the boring stuff, not fancy, not loved. Everybody likes points and all that other, stuff that goes with it, but you got to get the good running game. USC doing a good job early.
The Trojans look to keep this drive humming. Right back to the well. Open space at the 25. What a nifty run there to pick up the first down.
This defense is going to have to do a better job slowing down the run. We've seen twice now in this opening drive. This guy break one. And so this defense has to do a better job at the point of attack, and their D coordinator probably is already thinking to himself, well, I have to get another guy in the box to slow this guy down.
From the 17-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Got some room, headed to the goal line, and he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Southern Cal! They're on the board first here in the season opener. These guys set all of these goals for the season. Then to come out and say, here we are, this is how it is. That was impressive.
And Reese, we thought this offense could be very potent this season. And they've got some skilled players, and they've got some dudes that are going to scare opposing defenses. Defenses out there for the rest of this season better take notice. I know this game is early, but you can see the talent they have on offense.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll start the return inside his 5. He's got great speed. Oh, what vision. He's going to get loose. One little mistake in your kick coverage unit against this dude, and you are in a world of trouble, and they were barely able to keep him from scoring. This offense trying to quieten the crowd on 1st and goal, and they are not cooperating. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
Now 2nd and goal, and right in the teeth of this noise. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, David. It puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why often...
And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Tigers! The offense did exactly what it needed to do, getting the ball in field position like that.
It's that killer mentality. You step on their throat and keep your foot down. When you get opportunities like that, they are golden chances to put touchdowns on the board. The offense took care of business.
Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. On the move from inside his 5. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. If you like old-fashioned, grind-it-up, run-over-'em football, that last touchdown drive was for you, Jesse.
That was impressive.
Just steamrolling his way through. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains. They mark it at the 29. Doesn't SC always seem to have a quarterback right out of central casting and one that'll pick up a 1st down for you with his arm?
Yeah, and it doesn't matter the year. It just doesn't matter the number. It continues to churn out. They find those guys. Just such an easy place to recruit. When you got that kind of pedigree, you always find superstars at the quarterback spot.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. The give to the tailback. Keeps it moving for a 3-yard gain to the 24.
You know, I think a big part of this isn't necessarily scoring a touchdown on that play, but you're just trying to get your offensive line in the rhythm of the game. Let those big fellas get lathered up.
And now on 2nd down for this offense. Off the play fake. Fires into traffic, picked off. He was thinking big return, didn't get that, but boy, did he give his offense an opportunity at the 31.
I'll tell you, you got to give the defense credit, though, because with these conditions, it's not easy to catch for the offensive players, certainly not for the defense, but great eye-hand coordination securing that interception.
And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. Breaks the tackle. And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one.
Well, they're trying to run the football there, just nowhere to go. They got dominated up front at the point of attack.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Wants to throw. It's Knight. Shoots it to the left. He's got it. And he'll take it all the way. They couldn't bring him down. Touchdown, Tigers.
And that is the first passing touchdown, first of many of the season for this offense. Nice drive by the offense. Way to finish it, take care of the football, make some plays in the passing game. This offense looks like they're going to be a really hard one to stop.
And he did make that extra point, no issue with the treacherous footing. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, Phyllis, here's a final update on a top 15 clash. Nebraska was able to come away with the win, as they have so many times there in Lincoln, but not without a few bumps along the way. Man, nothing in college football is easy. No cupcakes this week, fellas. This top 15 battle was much anticipated, and at least one side can say it's a game they'll savor for some time.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after a pick.
Do that again, and you'll be right here beside me for the rest of the game. You got to go out. You got to call your plays. And I hope this coaching staff isn't going to be afraid to throw it this drive.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. On 2nd down, wants to throw. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
The offense wastes no time getting the timeout called.
Timeout, USC.
Time for one more snap before the end of the quarter.
29 Philly. 2-9 Philly.
Shotgun snap on 3rd down. And it's picked off. Going the other way, and he's got room. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter. With the score, Auburn. USC 7.
Okay,
First down to start the drive after the break. They'll run it from the gun. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
Brought down at the 14-yard line. Brings up 2nd down.
It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Here's the handoff. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him. They'd love to pick up this 3rd down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. They'll run for it on 3rd and short. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Tigers.
I think you love starting the year off with some momentum, and that's exactly what this offense is doing. They're firing on all cylinders, defense doing their job as well. This team getting out the gates to start the season in great fashion.
And they tacked on the extra point. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over, move it behind you. Some players can't do that real well, and it leads to more mistakes, Jesse. You got to just forget about it and move on.
And I think the coaching staff can help him too, David. I think you can get the running game going here and also give him some easy throws.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Running behind that left side. Get him on the ground after a 4-yard run out to the 31.
Just a simple power play. Again, not sexy, run the ball up the middle. Physicality, offensive line gets to assert themselves, run block, which they love to do. This pays dividends down the road in the 4th quarter.
Big 3rd down coming from their own 31. Defense tries to get off the field. Wide out in motion. They'll snap it from the gun on 3rd down. He looks that one in nicely. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. They were banking on the yards after the catch, but that went into the negative column.
And I'm banking on the ball coming out quick. When I'm a defense and understanding 3rd and short, understand they're going to throw the ball really quickly, try to make a play. The defense knew it, broke on the football, made a nice tackle to force a 4th down.
They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. David, they'd love to do what they did last time and put this one in the end zone.
You ain't lying. They did a great job. The offense was clicking. Everything went well, Palmer. They executed and got the touchdown.
And they really were in a nice rhythm as well. I'd love to see that.
The ball squirts free. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover.
You know, oftentimes when you're playing in conditions like this and it's raining, you'll see a lot of the skill players offensively take off the gloves because they want to be able to feel the football. They think it gives them better control of it. And I don't know if that played into the football going on the ground there, but you know that ball security is going to be one of the biggest factors in this game moving forward.
Let's see what this offense has dialed up this time. He'll start this drive firing. Pulls it in. It's fouled. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up.
And quarterbacks love running backs who can catch the ball because they're stat patters. That's an easy throw for this quarterback to make. He's just letting his running back do all the work. Get him the football out in space and let the magic happen.
On 2nd down, they'll take to the air. Fires to the middle. Ball in the air, intercepted. And he's brought down after the pick, but not before putting his offense in business.
Zone equals eyes. When I say that, DBs, linebackers, all covering the middle of the field. So many guys over the middle of the field trying to take away the easy stuff, but reading the quarterback's eyes the whole time. Whenever he breaks to throw that football and that hand separates from the ball.
Oh, look out! And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes the stop. He's up to 51 yards rushing, and that is quite an impressive first half here in this season opener. Big play out of the gate to start this drive, and here they come again. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. And not much going on downfield. He'll just get rid of it and live to play another down.
Know the situation, know the game of football, right? When I start to get outside the pocket, I don't see anything there. I can throw the ball away. I don't have to take a sack, get a lost yardage play. I can just throw the ball out of bounds as long as it passes the line of scrimmage. We go on to the next down. No harm, no foul.
And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one.
Well, you know who's got to love this offense picking up so many first downs? It's their own defense. David, I know you love playing on teams with great offenses.
1st down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. To the ground with the back. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and they will try to build on what has already been a dominant first half performance. So after the 1st down run, here's 2nd down. To the air, it's Knight. It's complete to the right. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play.
How many first downs is that just on this drive? We're going to have to get the training staff to give some IVs and get some bananas, and we better stay hydrated because at this rate, the defense is going to play way too many snaps.
And the Tigers will snap it on 1st and 10. Defense showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own. He locked up and held on to bring him down.
Great team defense on that one play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. Defense going to jam these receivers right off the line. The back goes in motion. On 2nd down, he'll fire. Makes the catch, and he will score. Touchdown, Auburn! Getting set for the point after. The kick is up and good, and put one more on the lead. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Miami is in the unusual position of having to come from behind right now, but those fans that were there when the U was the U, they know this game is not over. It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to Minnesota. We'll circle back if anything big happens you should know about.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be concerned. If we're a little bit down, listen, I just think this is a point with the offense that they can improve. Like, we're here, we're going to create something now that we can build on in the second half.
Coach said all week he wanted to be aggressive. This is a great opportunity to show that right now. At the end of the first half, try and generate some momentum, score some points before going into halftime.
Looking to move it through the air. The throw. Working that left side. And this defense was flailing as he weaved his way and got down to the 26. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. This is an explosive attack, and that last big play has them set up 1st and 10 from the 26. Throws to the back. He's got his man. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy on them. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that first.
Wants to throw on 1st down. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, this defense felt coming into the game that if he was going to try to throw from the pocket, they could get to him and affect his accuracy, and they did on that last play.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Off the bootleg and rolling out. Pass is incomplete. The clock is down to 9.
Got to give the defense a lot of credit, man, because they've come into this hostile environment and they've quieted the crowd down with some of the plays they're making. They've got a nice lead right here, and they're making it hard for this quarterback to go to work.
They were really starting to put a drive together, but after a couple of incompletions, now they need a big play on 3rd and 10. Quarterback will audible. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. To the end zone, and it's picked off. Takes it the other way. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
And this is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. Looking for a man, it's Knight. Feeling some heat. Still on his feet. Pressure is all over him, and he can't get it off. Down he goes, and that'll bring us to the end of the first half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. And the Trojans will boot it away to start the second half. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Is ready to go back to work on offense. First play from scrimmage here in the second half, and they'll keep it on the ground. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
You see all this movement in football now. All the stemming, the defensive line, they're sliding right before the snap, creating confusion for the offensive line. Then they're moving back and stunting. Really good job by the defense. Continue to move, continue to stunt, continue to get in the backfield and make this life hard on this running back.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. He's looking to throw. Pocket starts to collapse. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Looking downfield, it's Knight. Finds his big tight end. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. And how about this lower intestinal fortitude? 4th and 1 in your own territory, and they're going. They'll try to pick up the first. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot it at the 37.
Well, if you needed any evidence that this coaching staff trusts their big offensive line, you saw it right there. 4th down, they go for it deep in their own end, and it pays off.
Come on. Don't you think they thought it was 3rd down?
Somebody on the sidelines got some explaining to do, but he's breathing a lot easier now that they were able to pick it up.
And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
He didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell in.
After the misfire, now on 2nd down. Pre-snap motion in the backfield. Quarterback wants to throw on 2nd down. Swings it out to his running back. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half.
And a really nice job by the defense winning 2nd down. I think the quarterback thought he could dump this off, maybe get some positive yards, set up a good 3rd down. The defense did a great job responding and getting that running back on the ground.
If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. Moving the running back, trying to get the D to tip its hand. Grabs it in the middle. Look out, he's got room. Found a bunch of room and got it to the 44-yard line.
This is exactly why 3rd down is practiced every single day. 3rd and short, 3rd and medium, 3rd and long. It's money down for a reason. You got to lock in. Great success by the offense so far on 3rd down.
Dropping back, it's Knight. Trying to beat the D deep. He's got it. Touchdown, Auburn. And the beatdown has ensued.
Well, this offense said they wanted to start the year all gas and no brakes, and that's exactly what this game has shown. From the very opening whistle, this offense has been in sync. They've been explosive. Defense has had no answer for them. This unit is going to give teams problems because of their playmaking ability all year long.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll take the return and try to improve the field position. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed it.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
They'll throw it on first down. Quarterback now on the run, still looking. Oh, and he just dropped it so close to his second interception of the game. Instead, it'll be second down.
You just wonder if that last interception the quarterback threw last drive is starting to affect him and what he's seeing right now. He's seeing ghosts. Doesn't look very confident throwing the football. He's lucky the defense dropped that last throw.
Now the play fake. Looking for his man. Got his man to the left. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
This is so great to see, and it's such a big part of the evolution in college football today. With spread offense, up-tempo, RPO game, QBs have got to be great with their ball mechanics in the play-action game, and you saw a great example of that right there.
The Trojans have it with a 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Fires to the middle. Oh, he drops the football. He had him right down the gut of the field. Instead, it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. On second down, he's looking downfield. He's got his man. And they pick up just a few on that completion. And the Trojans will hustle to the line. Looking to throw it again. Serious arm strength on that 3rd down pass, but it's incomplete. A famous writer once said, most men lead lives of quiet desperation. Here is a desperate move, going for it on 4th down, trailing by double figures. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Working the middle of the field, and it's complete. Will not get there. A 4th down stop.
You know, offensively in that situation, 4th down, you're throwing for it. Everything has to go right, or someone just needs to be able to make a play to keep the drive alive. They couldn't get it done, and now the offense is coming off the field.
And now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
And welcome to modern college football. That's what it is. Spread you out, find my playmakers, make quick decisions, and really put defenses in a difficult situation.
The offense getting set for a 1st down from the 45. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get 1st downs, and ultimately get some points.
From the gun, the running back has it. Can't get him to the ground. Wrestled to the ground after picking up the 1st down.
Well, the offense knew what they needed to get that 1st down, so they dial up the running play, and they get just enough to keep the drive alive.
The offense has it 1st and 10 from the 42. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Offense, quick tempo. Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. To throw, it's Knight. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play.
Well, the good news is he did a nice job reading the coverage. He knew exactly where to go with the football that time. Just a little bit too much on that pass. You wonder if that's just nerves. He's got to settle himself down a little.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking to scramble. He'll turn it loose out to the right. Couldn't quite haul it in. They almost had their first pick here late in the game.
3rd and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, 4th down.
Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Trying to find his man on 1st down. Fires to the big fella. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter. With the score, Auburn 34, USC 7.
Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. Moving the running back, forcing the defense to adjust. Looking to the big tight end. And that pass intercepted.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's passion, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. Offense took a little bit too much time at the line there. First down for this offense. Use the play fake, now to throw. Coming after him. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
It's hard throwing in the pocket, man. You got bodies and 300-pound dudes falling all over the place. They're trying to hit you. That time, the pressure got to them, and they forced the incompletion.
Second and 10 after the previous play. Looking for a man. It's Knight. Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. And that's going to be incomplete. Going for broke on second down, but third down's coming up. You got a big lead in the 4th quarter, and you take that shot, and you stop the clock. And it's a long shot, but you're letting teams hang around.
And I prefer to win. Like, I want to make sure that, you know, if I'm up, I'm going to run the football. But there's definitely a school of thought in nowadays where I'm putting up stats and I'm keeping the pedal to the floor.
This is a 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Fires it. Complete to the left. Just causing wreckage in the secondary. The tackle is made, but he's got it first and goal from the 6.
Well, it really just feels like they are trying to make a statement to everybody in college football. They've got a lead, they've got it late, and they are still putting it on this defense. They are still letting it fly. They're airing it out, trying to light up this scoreboard.
He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels. offense trying to pay it off on 2nd and goal. He pushes his way down to the floor as they get closer and closer.
Well, he's had the hot hand, 3 TDs in the game already. I like just force-feeding this guy the rock some more here, Bob.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. They've been the more physical team. He does a really good job finding the end zone, running the football. That's why they featured him today.
Let's see what the offense dials up on 3rd and goal. The give to the back. And he is swarmed under a host of defenders there to make the stop.
Well, with a huge lead, interesting decision. Are you going to try to pad it with a field goal, or do you want to stay aggressive?
And what's nice is you got this big lead, so it really doesn't matter whichever you choose, but you can grab the points, or you can go to try to put this nail in the coffin.
Hesitation from this head coach. He will go for it on 4th and goal from the 1. Touchdown, Tigers! And the pummeling has started. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead.
The kicker on for the extra point.
And the extra point just tacks a little bit more onto this huge lead. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. They're lining up to kick it off, and he ought to be able to knock this one anywhere he wants after that extra 15 yards with the roughing the kicker. No shot to return that one as he boomed it out of the back of the end zone. For the offense.
29 Philly, 2-9 fifth quarter.
Quarterback checking off.
Squirrel.
They'll start this drive with a pass. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
And I tell you what, this defense, they've heard all about how great this quarterback is. They came in today with a mission, with a purpose. They've been flying around, harassing him, and making life so hard on this offense.
What can they pull out of the playbook here on 2nd and long from the 17? He's looking to throw. And the senior would love to have that one back. Just a little too much on the pass.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops, just not in sync, and that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback and this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're leading by as much as they are.
And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground.
The Auburn offense will take over. 1st and 10.
And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. The give and tick, 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 tick. Just enough room to gain a couple down to the 34.
They're strong, and they're strong. Defensive tackles, they're strong. There's such big jokers in the middle where they just lock out those offensive linemen. And running backs, listen, they don't have much of a chance. When you got that 300-plus pound guy grabbing you around the shoulder pad, you tend to go to the ground pretty quickly.
Spits it out to the back. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away.
Well, I know that one fell incomplete, but what a day this guy's had throwing the football. Multiple touchdowns, and he's done a really nice job with his decision-making. Hasn't thrown any picks, which has really helped keep this offense on schedule.
On the
After the second down misfire, looking at a 3rd and 8. Dropping back, it's Knight. Trying to get to him. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Really nice 3rd down sub defense there at that time. It's 3rd and long. They're expecting pass. They're mixing up their looks. They're trying to change the picture pre-snap to post-snap to confuse the quarterback. Now forcing the incompletion, setting up 4th.
No good. And they missed a field goal, so something has gone wrong today.
Auburn 41, USC 7.
And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable, that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
2 minutes now left in this one, and time is running short if they want to find a way to pull this one out. Second down coming up. Trying play action. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it. But the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front 7 has dominated this entire game.
On 4th down, looking to pass. He'll pull it down and run. At the 45, on its way. Oh, and he ruins the big gainer with a fumble. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover.
Yeah, and that is so frustrating because he did the right thing. He got the 1st down. Sticks, but didn't do the most important thing and take care of the football, and that goes right back now to the defense.
And a great job, David, by the defense not quitting on the play, right? Of course, they saw him getting the 1st down, but they were still pursuing. They still got hats to the ball. They were able to rip it away, and that is a huge game-changing, momentum-changing type play now.
From the gun, running back on the move.
And I'm a fan of this, man. Run the football, eat the clock. We got the lead. This offense has put together a nice day, man. Like just balance, rhythm, timing, play calling, everything has worked. That's why they built this lead. They've had a great day today.
The toss to the right. Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39.
And there's nothing more frustrating than when you get late in the game and you know they're running the football and you don't stop them. It's been that kind of day for this defense. They haven't played well. They're going to have to go to the well. They're going to have to figure some things out. Practice this week, I can promise you, will not be a lot of fun with these coaches.
Fires to the wideout. And the pass is intercepted. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Never say die attitude, and I love that, especially in these young players, because they're out there competing. And I know the scoreboard right now doesn't look pretty. They're not going to come back and win this football game, but I just love kids that are competing until there's zeros on the clock.
Offense getting set for 1st down. It's a draw. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop. We waited so long to start the season, and just the way you want to start, getting that first victory.
And the first games are so much fun. You've been practicing against each other. over and over all through camp. Now you get to come out, start the season off 1-0, Jesse. Great start.
It was a great start for the winning team. Now, for the losing team, obviously not the way you want to get into this season. There were some mistakes with execution, and guys are going to have to do a better job individually. But that's why you play the games. You get to now go back to the drawing board, get back on the practice field, try and iron out these wrinkles. It's a long season ahead. A lot to play for.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.